Hello and welcome to the Corona Yoga Challenge. Today is day 96 and the sun is shining here anyway. So we are going to start by coming onto our tummies. So if you want to bring yourself to lying out, you're going to just comfortably rest onto the floor and you're just going to start feet wide, hands on your head, and you're going to let your hips rock from one side to the other side. So just ease out your hips. And then let your hips become even. You're going to bring yourself up so you're a little bit off the floor with your hands and your shoulders. And then you're going to let your shoulders ease from one side and then to the other side. And to the first side again. And to your second side. You're going to bring your feet back to touching one another, so just nice and close to one another. Feet are going to extend out and away along the floor. And you're going to take your hands back and beside your hips, but the palms are going to be facing up. And you're going to let your forehead come onto the floor. So first of all, just feel this pose and just notice, how do I like this? So it might be you go, yeah, I love this feeling already. And it might be you go like, nah, I'm not so sure. If you're not so sure, pick yourself up, settle yourself back down so you get that really nice, comfortable feeling between you and the floor. So what we're going to do is, as we inhale, we're going to lift our head off the floor and we're going to think about lifting our feet off the floor. And as you breathe out, let them settle back down. So we're going to do it a couple of times, so lifting up and extending down. One last time. Let your head rest for a moment and your hands, if you'd prefer, let the shoulders roll down towards the floor so we feel wide across the back of the body. What we're going to do now is that we're going to have the option of coming up into locust pose, which is where we use the hands as well as the legs. So locust pose looks like this. So the hands come up, the feet come up. So it's really important that you just do the feet if you prefer, or you can just do the hands. So don't do both if it doesn't feel good, and think about just a little tiny lift and just see if any sense of strength comes or movement comes that allows that to grow. So you're going to start with your head on the floor. I'll talk through all of it, but adapt as you need to. As you breathe in, you're going to lift up with your shoulders, up with your feet, up with your hands. You're going to feel the hands drawing back towards your feet, and you've got a feeling of stability and support. And then bring yourself down. Let your head rest down into your hands. Again, you can take your legs wide and just ease the hips from one side to the other side. And then we're going to do that one more time if you would like to. So feet come back in towards one another. Palms are facing up towards the ceiling. And this time, as you come up, if you'd like to, start to bring the palms so that they face in towards one another. So inhaling, we lift up through the hands, up through the feet, up through the shoulders. We extend the shoulders back and the palms can come to face in towards one another. Extending toes and fingers way behind you. And then let yourself come rest with your head into your hands. So get that feeling as you come back into this resting the head down, that it's like you melt into the floor and your body just oozes back out again. It's a great feeling, honest. And then hands are going to come underneath your armpits or towards your waist. You're going to press into your hands, lift up with the feet. You're going to slide your hips back. So extend the hips back towards the floor behind you. Get that lovely feeling of length in the back of the body. And then press into the feet to bring yourself into all fours. We're going to come to a standing forward bend, so hands are walking in towards you. You're going to lift up with the hips, soften down through the shoulders, a little bit of softness through the back of the legs. Support yourself with your arms onto your thighs. And then down through the feet, lift up through the tummy, pelvic floor, hands come up and overhead, and hands to your heart. We're going to come to a standing pose now, so we're going to come to a little bit of a half moon pose. So you're going to take a step so foot comes down onto the floor, hands come nice and wide, letting the back leg lift up, and this time you're going to ease out and round with the shoulders, so you get that feeling of flying out a bit. And then bring yourself back up, feet come to settle. Step yourself back along your mat, so again you can take that step forward, hands come wide, so with the opposite foot I should say. Lifting up and into, and then ease yourself round. If you want to, I've found my unit behind me, which is an interesting feeling. And then steady down through your feet, bring yourself up into standing. To move forwards a little bit this time. Hands come wide, step into your front foot. Think about you just gently twisting round through the shoulders a little bit through the pelvis. And then bring yourself up, press down to the standing foot to bring yourself back into standing. And then other side. So foot is settled down on the floor, so it's ideal to step into that front foot. Then let the hands come wide, the leg come up, and it might come up a little or might come up a lot. But you open your ribcage out and round towards the centre, the hip follows. And then bring yourself all the way back up and to standing, settled, even feet. We're going to come to sitting now. So if you want to bring yourself so that your feet are out in front, you're going to have a little bit of a bend through your feet and your knees so that you're right up and onto your sit bones. What we're going to do today is you're going to let your elbow rest onto the far away knee, and that hand is going to extend up towards the ceiling. Other hand is going to wrap around the back of your waist, and you can kick it through the back of the waist if you want, so it can settle onto your thigh. As you're doing this, make sure there's this feeling of nice lift up and through the side of the waist that then is going to give us space to come round through the side of the waist. So the hips stay really settled and down. Ease round into the open space and bring yourself back to the centre. And then opposite hand is going to settle onto your knee. Free hand comes round through the back, and it might just sit onto the back of your pelvis. It might come round the back of the waist or catch hold of your leg. Ease yourself up through the open side of the waist. So make space in the body to bring yourself round. Stay nice and grounded down through the hips, down through the heels, and bring yourself round. And then ease yourself all the way out so you come back to your hands on your legs. Fold forwards over both legs so that the back of the body softens and you get that heavy head feeling. And then uncurl to come back up to sitting so that we can do a little bit of breathing. So what we're going to do today is we're going to imagine that you're breathing in and out through your belly button. You're not, I promise you. But you're going to imagine that you are. You're going to imagine that you can breathe in through your tummy button and out through your tummy button. So you're just going to allow yourself to sit comfortably to start with. And you're going to breathe in and out easily, ideally through your nose. Just getting a feeling for how is your breath moving just now. Where is your body moving and how does it feel to be breathing? And then noticing any movement of the tummy. And imagine that you can breathe in through the navel, in through the centre of you, in from where you were connected to your mother. And then let that go. My challenge for you today is to put on some classical ballet music and have a proper ballet dance. Even if it's very much in private. I can thoroughly advocate this as really good fun. And I hope you enjoy it too. So, my quote for you today is from Chris Smither from Fossinger. I am not a passenger, I am the ride. I am not a passenger, I am the ride. think it's kind of important. Often we can think that we're waiting for something else to happen, or that something else is what's going on, whereas actually this is it. This body, this lifetime, this moment is it. So it's really important to come back to this moment, this body, this lifetime. Here we are. This is the journey, this is the ride. I hope you have a super day.